Oh, Mercy, a letter from Mercy Otis Warren to Abigail Adams, as imagined by Erin Williams. Plymouth, Massachusetts, June 1806. My dearest Abigail, it is a curious fate, is it not, that women born merely to spin, nurse, and manage the household should find themselves forever drawn into the web of public affairs? You and I have spent more ink than many statesmen, and perhaps made rather more sense of the world than some of them, too. I often laugh to think what some prim gentleman would say if he knew how earnestly we lay siege to the citadel of government from our writing desks while attending to our bread and broth. I write to you now with renewed purpose, for these times test the very heart of Republican virtue. We once believed our revolution would usher in an age of broad moral renewal, yet I fear we have grown complacent. The people seem content to rest upon their liberty as if it were an heirloom, not a living duty. You, Abigail, have ever shared my suspicion that power, left to itself, decays the soul of those who hold it. The notion that governance may subsist safely without constant watch by the governed is a delusion as dangerous as any tyrant's decree. I confess that my latest work, The History of the Rise, Progress, and Termination of the American Revolution, has stirred both admiration and, alas, some wounded pride. Your husband John's vexation has reached my ears, though I meant no unkindness. My purpose was fidelity to truth, not flattery to power. It pains me deeply when my devotion to principle strains friendship, yet to be silent would wound conscience far worse. The domestic realm continues to be my solace and my teacher. James labors still in quiet conviction after years committed to building and supporting this republic, ever patient with my quills and my quarrels. The boys have grown into men of decent mind, if not yet of perfect temper. Their mother's pen must bear some guilt for that. My hearth, though often littered with drafts of histories and children's shoes alike, remains the seat of both affection and thought. I see no contradiction there. To raise virtuous children is itself an act of republic-keeping. To guide a household with justice is no less political than governing a state. You, dear Abigail, have weathered your own burdens of public life, tending to that lively household while sending forth letters that stir even the complacent minds of Congress. Tell me, do they heed your cautions that we must remember the ladies? It rings in my mind more than ever. Yet perhaps our greatest influence lies not in the halls of power, but in the minds we shape within our communities, families, and the truths we dare to publish. I cannot forbear remarking upon a silent shame that shadows our liberty, the condition of enslaved men and women in this young nation. It troubles me that our revolution, so proud in her rhetoric of freedom, carries such an unmended tear. I do not pretend perfection. Indeed, I have been tardy in speaking loudly enough. But conscience pricks me that our principles must walk straighter if they are to last. A republic resting on partial freedom is, I fear, a house built on loose sand. We must do better. Let us hope that the next generation will do what ours neglected. For you and I have seen too much to remain silent now. Two women of letters branded improper for speaking in the voice of reason, yet compelled by love of country and of truth. Were we men, they would call us philosophers. Being women, they call us troublesome. Let them. I would rather be troublesome than timid. If ever the spirit of liberty should again need defenders, I trust that posterity shall find women ready to take up both pen and principle, perhaps even a new generation of Adamses and Warrens, bearing the same obstinate affection for justice that has so long kept us comrades. With unabated esteem and affection, Mercy Otis Warren.